Yeah, 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 yeah. Work all day and then I wake up. Do you really think that I don't care? Out there, no fair. Okay. Bada bing. We good. No fair. Okay, coolio. I think we're good to go now. We even got Facebook connected. Unbelievable today. Welcome to CKSK, Chad Kubanoff Studio Kitchen. I'm Chad Kubanoff. This is my studio kitchen. And we're cooking like we always do. We always freaking cook every day because it's fun and it's good. Today I'm working on something for the VIP pop-up dinners that I've done in the past. What's up, Richard? Wait, let me make sure my comments highlight. Yeah, okay, we good. So we're gonna be working today, last week on the VIP pop-up dinner. So if you don't know, we're doing VIP dinners here basically every Saturday. Except for this Saturday, we got a banh mi pop-up. I'll tell you about that later. But basically we're doing VIP dinners every Saturday in the space. And they give me a great opportunity to just cook creatively, constantly cook and improve and work on dishes. So that to me is super exciting. And today, or one of the dishes I made last week was a grilled Wagyu dish with coconut rice and like a pickled pineapple slaw. You can kind of think of it that way. And it has a very powerful fish sauce dressing, which I really, really like. And I think the dish is awesome. I like the Wagyu a lot. I like the grilled Wagyu, of course. I like the salad that it's served with. I'm not happy with the rice component, so I want to build... Is this mic on? Yes. So I want to build upon the rice element. I want to figure out a different way to create a carb side, whether that's really just rice, or else I have some curiosity to test a tapioca pearl and also to test like a grated yuca. I think that'd be interesting as well. But today we're gonna try the rice. I'll try rice technique, and then I'm gonna work on something for dinner as well. Richard Dang, I can't wait to try your banh mi in November. So if you don't know, tomorrow is the next banh mi pop-up where we are selling the banh mi chad, or the caramelized pork banh mi, the banh mi that we got famous in Philadelphia. It's fantastic, but it is sold out. Do not come tomorrow. If you did not order a banh mi tomorrow, do not show up. I don't have it for you. I only have a 60 now. We were supposed to sell 50, but we sold 60, and that's it. That's all I got, and they're sold out. They're all been paid for. Don't come tomorrow if you didn't pay for one yet. Very exciting, though. For those of you that did order banh mi, thank you so much. I'm very excited tomorrow. Okay. Let's make sure we good. I think we all good. Everything's looking nice. So far, so good. Okay. Come to Canada, Julia. Maybe one day. All right, so I have some coconut rice left over. Oh, wrong button. Left over from the previous pop-up. And this was basically rice that was rinsed and then soaked with coconut milk and coconut water. That's it. So it's pretty darn pure in what it is. Rice cooked with coconut. It's good. Flavor's good. Texture's pretty good. I'm just not excited when I just see the rice on a plate. It just, I think rice is a hard thing to do in a fine dining setting to make it look nice. So, what I want to try to do with this today, I'm going to use half of this for a rice ball, like a Laotian style rice ball. It's not going to be traditional in any way, but just inspired by that dish. And then the other thing we're going to do with the rest of the rice is make some stuffed cabbage, because I want to have stuffed cabbage. I've been craving it, so I'm going to have that as well. Let's get the rice ball thing started first. So we're gonna get a bowl. Let me use that bowl. If you've never seen it or heard about it, there's a Laotian rice dish. I don't know what it's called. I forget what it's called. But it's like a rice salad. And basically they mix the cooked rice with an egg, red curry paste, usually shredded coconut, and kaffir lime leaf. They mix that all up, they squeeze it into a ball, deep fry it, and they break it out. Once it's fried, crispy, they break it up and make a salad with it with a pickled sausage on the inside. Very cool, cool dish, cool idea. I like it, and I'm seeing myself potentially making some sort of rice salad with the crispy rice and tossing it with the pickled cucumber, the pickled pineapple that I had in the original dish. I think that'll be cool. And I could use the fish sauce dressing I made for the beef as the dressing for the rice salad. So it all makes sense to me. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. So let's get a little bit of this rice into my bowl. Wrong button again, bro. Come on now. Gotta hit your buttons on time. And as I said, this rice is coconut milk, so very coconutty flavor already. So I have no need to add more coconut to this, and I'm gonna save the rest for our dinner tonight. I'm gonna make the stuffed cabbage, as I'm saying. We'll break this up a little bit. Gentle reminder, Wagyu, stepping up the game, Chad. Yes, well that's why it's nice, because the VIP dinners, you know, it's premium pricing. So with that, with the pricing that I charge, it allows me to just do whatever I want now. And there's no real concerns on prices of ingredients, so that's super cool. It's very nice to have that freedom to cook whatever the hell I want. Yeah, here for the live, welcome. All right, so I'm gonna smash all the rice up into individual grains. And I'm not trying to make the Laotian dish. I'm just trying to be inspired by the rice ball, so we're not going with the same flavoring. I'm thinking about just making a very simple, kind of almost green scallion pesto is kind of the idea, is the vibe. So I got some green onion, I got some garlic, I got some ginger, thinking about some turmeric as well. Okay. Turmeric is getting a little skanky over here. Ginger's a little skanky over here. Yeah. Oh, that'll work. Okay. And I have some better turmeric anyway. Oh, I want to measure all this. Come on, Chad, measure it out. All right, let's measure. All right, let's get this. Let's be organized so we can make sure we can repeat a dish if we make a banger. Oh, hey, bro. Hey, my bro's in Vietnam. What brand are those spring roll wraps you don't have to get wet? Oh, Nakiri, I think. Or let me see if I can find one right around here. I think they're over here. I have them upstairs in my other kitchen. I believe it's Nikri. I believe that's it. We can look for it real quick. But you can always look for any quart of rice paper, Khom Nuc. All the rice paper will be labeled Khom Nuc when you don't need to dip it. I believe it's Nakiri. Or something very close to that. Here it is. Oh, can I pull it up? I think I can pull it up, bro. Did it work? Yeah, there we go. Here we go. So that's it. Mikiri. Makiri. Yeah, Makiri. That's kind of what it said. And you see it has the Khom Nuc right there. This Khom Nuc. No need to dip in water. That's the brand that we like. There's more than one brand, though. There's definitely more than one brand if you're interested in that. But it is good, and it's definitely, easy thing to buy 10 packs and bring them home. Very light. They're probably $1 each, something like that. So I think it's worth it. And the only thing I would make sure is your brother's here, right? That brand does make different styles. They do make one for a spring roll, which is going to be labeled Jaram or Jayal. So it's going to have a CHA on the package. If you need to see the Khom Nuc, you want to see that. That's the correct one. But there are more than one brand making the no dip in water rice paper. It's not that hard to find. And pretty much every single supermarket will have that brand, so no fear. If he can get to a supermarket, he'll get it. All right, so I got the coconut rice. Again, I'm going to document all this. And if you're just tuning in, I'm trying to work on a side dish for a new Wagyu dish that I'm working on. Coconut rice, and we're going to make a rice ball. Okay. All right. And again, I want to do some scallion. I think we're going to make basically a green pesto, almost like that. I would like him to bring some back. I get it. They're so good. We are live, baby panda. I'm sorry if I missed Wednesday. I was not feeling good Wednesday when I woke up. I got up, tried to get ready for the live stream, and I was just like, ain't no way I'm doing it. No way. But I'm good today. Let's watch the scallion real quick. So if anybody is interested, we do have 2 seats left for next Saturday's VIP dinner. 2 seats and 2 seats only. So please, if you're interested, you can send us an email, team@chadkubanoff.com. And the following week after that, we also have 2 seats left as well. All right, let's get some scallion. Am I just going to blitz everything? Yeah, I think so. I'll give the green onion a little head start and cut it small. I think anytime you're blitzing green onion, it's a good idea just to cut it up because it is such a long vegetable that when you blend it, it can struggle sometimes to blend evenly and consistently. Okay. All right, so we'll just start throwing this in my food processor and measuring it as we go through. Right to my face. You say you don't need me. Chad, have you ever tried making stinky tofu? No, I've never tried making stinky tofu. And I think there's just something to be clear upon. Well, this is not the very cleanest thing in the world, my son. Because there's like fermented tofu, and then there truly is stinky tofu, which are 2 different things. I didn't know that right away. It took me a while. But there is kind of the fermented tofu sauce you'll see in China. You'll see that in Vietnam as well. I'm sure other countries use that, but China and Vietnam do use it quite a bit. And then there's like Taiwanese stinky tofu, which is really smells putrid. It really does. Like, I thought I was a big, brave man when it comes to funk and strong aromas, but that literally smells like it's rotten. So it's quite an interesting flavor. I've only had it one time. I do really want to try it again in a better prepared version. The one I had was kind of fried and sat for like 3 hours before I got to nibble on it. So it was kind of not very good. But I would love to try it again. And I know to make this, you have to let it sit and rot in a container. So typically the aromas are strong. And a lot of times if you're in a city, they complain and they kick you out. So the stinkiest of tofu I know is made in the countryside because the cities won't allow it. It's not Nikiro, it's with an M. With an M. Just don't get done with the vid launch this morning. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, that was great. That was a good time. A stud, thank you. How did the banh mi pop-up go? They look great. The banh mi pop-up was top tier. It was awesome. We had such a good time. We're doing it again. We're doing it again tomorrow. Don't come. We're already sold out. We are sold out. Don't show up. I don't have any extra banh mis. But it was fantastic. And again, anytime you just push yourself to do something that's kind of hard and different, it might suck a little bit, it might be a lot of work, but the end result is great, usually. And if it's not great, then you learn a lesson, so that's great too. But I would encourage you, if you guys ever do anything, have a cameraman there with you and tell them to take pictures so it really does look great afterwards. I think the video looks fantastic, and it looks better than it did in real life, in my opinion. I had a good time doing it. 31 grams of green onion. What's up? If you see mommy, tell her I have the coffee, okay? Tell her I have the coconut coffee. Okay. We'll get some shallot in here. We'll get some garlic in here. Chef, good morning. Where is your pop-up located? Ever down to catch a beer with viewers? My girlfriend lives here and I'm in town to visit. The pop-up is going to be in District 7 tomorrow. Do not come tomorrow. We are fully booked. Every banh mi is sold. I do not have any extra banh mis. If you show up, I cannot feed you. Don't show up. Am I down to meet up for a beer sometimes? Honestly, no. Not now. 20 grams. I'm 27. I'm super locked into what I'm doing. I don't have any time at the moment. I think the best way to interact with me is I'm going to just try to do more of these pop-ups. I'm going to keep trying to do stuff so we can have that physical interaction and that personal interaction. But that means, just hold on one second, 27, okay. So just for me, anytime I am meeting up, I'm filming content because I have to. I just have to keep the train moving. So anything I'm doing is always for the content or shooting something. Garlic, how much? That much, 10 grams, perfect. And so this, the pop-up this Saturday, tomorrow, we'll get through this. We've already done some upgrades to the equipment and to the basement, the prep area. The prep area is awesome now. And after this one, we'll probably upgrade once again and get a new grill. I've been eyeing it up on what I want. So we'll probably upgrade that new grill system, and we'll announce the next pop-up again. We're going to keep it going. Whether it's going to be banh mis or whether it's going to be something else. Like, I want to just keep doing cool stuff, give you guys the chance to try something new and hopefully delicious. And yeah, and the grill that I'm looking at right now is this freaking beast of a grill that has auto rotators. So when you put something on there, the thing continuously spins so you don't have to like watch it all the time. So I would love to do stuff where maybe I'm just making like 6 or 7 whole stuffed chickens or stuffed ducks or something like big. And they're just pre-ordered. And I'm only selling 6, that day. So you guys can come over and claim them and then have hopefully an epic feast. It'd be so cool. All right, so let's do some ginger. I'm just gonna cut the ginger really thin to give it a head start in the food processor, just like the green onion, but even more so with this. So almost basically right now I'm making like a fresh curry paste. Okay. Okay, and we'll get some turmeric too. Yo, I had turmeric. I know I had turmeric. Okay, here it is. Oh, I'd have been upset. I know I got turmeric. Hey chef, any experience with homemade jerky dried meat? Absolutely, a lot. I used to make a lot of jerky in my younger years. Recently, I haven't been doing it much. It's been a long time since I made it. I'll tell you though, the ones I had, there was a company, I don't know if they're still open. They were in California, and they're a Cambodian beef jerky company. I have a bag up in the refrigerator, in the upstairs. I'll try to get it before the stream ends if I can show you. I think it's called like Wild something. They have, I don't know if this is traditional for Cambodian style, but this particular one is so incredibly thin that when it dries, it's like a potato chip. I've never had jerky like that that's kind of crispy. It's so good. It's become the best jerky I've ever had. And that's the new gold standard to me, and if I try to make jerky again, that's what I'm gonna try to make. Super, super thin, super, super crispy. Okay, I got some fresh turmeric as well. Hopefully you recovered doing that. Doing too much is not good for the body. I'm good, dude. I'm doing good. And doing too much is not good for the body, that's true, but doing stuff is good for the body. Just keep moving. Hopefully having a banh mi in November, December, likely, yes, yes. Is Vietnamese cheese actually exist? No, it doesn't. Everything, it's either Laughing Cow or mozzarella, so no, I wouldn't say there's anything Vietnamese cheese. Okay, so I got this turmeric again. I'm going to give this a little bit of a head start for the food processor. All right, 3 grams of turmeric. And then we'll do an egg in here as well. And I think this egg is kind of crucial to hold together the rice balls. 59 grams of egg. All right, anything else I want to throw in here? Let's look at it. We got a little mixture. Probably some sugar is going to be a good idea. But actually, you know what? I don't want to put sugar in because this is going to be tossed with a salad that's going to have a dressing on it. So I don't really want to over-season this at this moment. Let me put a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of pepper, maybe a little bit of MSG if I have any here. Did I put it back? No. Okay. Okay. Hello from Iceland. What a slow commenter over there. Got some honking outside, I don't know. All right, little salt, little pepper in here. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I think this is, other than that, it's gonna be simple. Let's blend it, let's see what happens. Oh no. Oh good, I brought it. Okay. Commotion outside, who knows? What are your thoughts on durian, and would you be able to make a syrup from it just by adding sugar macerating? No. My thoughts on durian, I think it's the weirdest ingredient in the entire world. I think durian is if there was any ingredient that came from a different planet, I think it's durian. I would not be surprised if durian crashed here on a comet and then sprouted. It's so bizarre. And I think it takes you a few times just to figure out if you like it or not, because that first initial taste is just so strange. Let's blend this thing. I want to just try to get this as smooth as I possibly can. Get the pieces small. I'm not really worried about the green onion too much, but it's just really the ginger and the turmeric I want to break down small. And I'll elaborate on my durian opinion in a second. I have some concerns this is too much egg for this amount of rice, but we'll find out. We will find out. All right, let's mix up this egg mixture with the rice. And I've heard that one of the secrets to this is letting the, seems quite wet, dude, is letting the rice kind of dry out after you form the ball, and that will help it hold together. So maybe we can hope that if we let this sit a little bit, it'll get a little bit thicker. Or maybe we can press it. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can just drop it in as clusters and fry them in little patties. Anyway, about durian. Craziest food ever, weirdest food ever. Takes a while to figure out if you like it. If you taste it and you don't hate it immediately, I think you will like it if you try it a couple more times. The more I eat it, the more I like it. I don't hate it. I start to appreciate it more and more and more. But you cannot make a syrup out of it, basically because just the amount of fat that's inside of it. So you can think of it almost like an avocado when you're starting to play with it. Like, could you make a syrup out of avocado? No. But you could make some sort of cream or crema. You could do something like that. But it has a naturally high fat content and a lot of physical mass to it. So syrup is not something that would be easy to achieve. You could potentially make like a durian stock, strain that super well, let it sit, maybe strain out any fat that occurs, and then make a syrup from that. That would be possible. But it definitely would be a little bit harder than just putting sugar in it like a lot of other fruits. Where is Michael, your tasting buddy? Michael is in District 1 on Boyvian Street opening his new business. I believe his business opens officially on the 26th of this month. But don't listen to me for that. We'll listen to Michael for that. He will announce it when it's occurring. But he's got his own jam he's starting, and we are proud of him and excited to see him grow and his business grow, because I think he's got a really good business model in place. All right, we're going to try to form these into balls. I have low hopes, honestly, but we'll try to form them in a ball and let them kind of sit. Oh, this is really wet, bro. I don't know about this. That ain't gonna work. I got two different options. There's no way I'm gonna squeeze this together. There's no way. Option number one, just let it sit, and maybe it'll get harder. Option number two, maybe steam it in a big loaf and then fry it after. That's another option. That would definitely work. Let me give it a couple minutes though. Let me give it a couple minutes. We'll come back to it before we give up on shaping them into a ball. And in the meantime, I'll work on our dinner for tonight. So I've been craving stuffed cabbage. I think stuffed cabbage is top tier dish. Underrated, underutilized. Maybe I'll even invite that Michael man over for dinner. He loves stuffed cabbage. Chad, heard there is a crab rangoon wonton nachos trend going on after mention on one of your live streams. Oh, yeah? Crab rangoon's top tier, like incredible. So I'm not surprised I think crab rangoon is always going viral. Sounds amazing thinking of buying a meat slicer to make my own, but no clue what to look for blade and power-wise. Oh, I mean, a meat slicer's a cool thing to have. I wouldn't spend, how should I say it? I wouldn't spend a lot of money on a meat slicer, but cheap meat slicers are really annoying to use. They are annoying. There is a big difference between an expensive or even just a moderately priced meat slicer, $500, $600, compared to something. I would not buy a meat slicer for less than $100. That for sure. No way would I do that. I would spend probably at least $200 if I'm buying a meat slicer. And even a $200 meat slicer is still going to have a lot of annoying kinks about it, but it will work. It will get your job done. It will just be a little bit of a pain in the ass to use, a little bit of a pain in the ass to clean. So, and I would, if you can, look for a used one. Then you can buy a $600 meat slicer for $300, and then you're cooking. Then you're looking good. I am telling the man. Do you like the new update on Fortnite? I played one round last night. I got the victory bus royale thing. It's pretty darn exciting. I can't wait to show the kids the highlight. They didn't see it. They were asleep. Moving for work next month, so I'll get to expand the kitchen equipment. Nice. From the Big Apple, what's up? I haven't been to New York in a long time. How long you lived in Vietnam? Belly, I've been here. The first time I lived here for 6 years. And then I went back to America for 10 years. And now I've been back here for about 3.5. Tui oi! I have it. Do you want some? You can have it. This is the best coffee. This is the coconut coffee from a small local vendor. We are addicted to this stuff. Chad, have you ever thought about a taquito version with your banh mi recipe? No, I haven't thought about a taquito version with the banh mi recipe. I've just been thinking about making taquitos. Just been thinking about I want to eat them. That's kind of the only thing in my brain right now for that. I didn't like at the start, but when I went to Malaysia and had the black thorn durian, I really enjoyed it. I've never been able to try the black durian or the red durian. I've heard interesting things. And I really would like to try all the durians from Malaysia, because I know Malaysia is the king of durian. So I'm very curious to see it. Okay. Chad, did you eat pork before coming to Vietnam? Yes. Yes. I definitely eat more pork after being in Vietnam, but I did eat pork before coming to Vietnam. All right. Oh, I had pickled garlic. Oh, see, I'm a bro. I had the garlic already. And cubes. Okay. So for my stuffed cabbage, I'm going to stuff it with pork. And we're going to keep it pretty simple. But again, definitely not traditional in any way. If you've never made stuffed cabbage before, it's a pretty simple process. Kind of thing that you can prep it out in the morning or in the afternoon, and then just put it in your oven, kind of forget about it, and then you have a full meal ready for you whenever you're ready for it. So that's kind of it's a nice dish that way. It's definitely like an old school grandma kind of meal. Something my grandma made every once in a while, my mom made every once in a while, but not much. And I do have a fondness to it, a liking of the stuffed cabbage. But basically, we make a filling of some kind, usually with pork, usually with beef, or I should say usually with pork or beef. And then, and it's typically rice is added into the filling, cooked rice. Sometimes even raisins will be added into the filling. And then you steam the cabbage, take the leaves out, stuff it with the meat filling, roll them up, and then bake them again with some sort of liquid on the outside. Could be a broth, could be a tomato sauce, many different ways to do it. A while ago when I was in North Carolina, I made a version of this that kind of was very light and had like a broth on the outside. So I stuffed the cabbage and almost poured chicken stock or pork stock, and that's it. And then it became a super light soup, and I really like that variation. So I'm going to do something like that today. I'm just going to blend some tomatoes and add that into the broth to give it a little more depth and complexity. Add some breadcrumbs to the stuffed cabbage. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, to the rice? I don't want to add breadcrumb. I want to keep it all rice. Durian, mangosteen, and persimmon are all I need. And honestly, that sounds like a good combination. I think there's a dish in there just with durian, mangosteen, and persimmon. Yeah, I kind of like that. A kimchi bumbahui sounds good too. Cook brother, heard that, Brian. Well, oh dude, thank you. I love it when people love my shit. That's fantastic. Have you ever heard of anyone who worked with at Alenia, etc., after moving to Vietnam and doing this full time? Have you ever heard from anyone? What do you think? Yeah, a couple. And from other restaurants that usually are just like a quick DM or a comment underneath, just like, yo man, love what you're doing, that kind of thing. Oh, so surprised, what's going on, congrats. That's just very simple stuff. I definitely made friends at Alenia, but I never really kept up to make it really, really tight friends. So I don't have that deep of a relationship with anyone from Alenia. But I mean, I was such a young kid too when I was there. So I was like the young guy in the group hanging out with older guys. So I didn't deeply connect with that many people. There was always a level of seniority and kind of, what would you call that? Like authority kind of thing. You know, I always looked up to these guys. Just got to give a quick rinse to every single bowl I'm picking up in this studio right now. Hopefully my son's watching live stream. Let him see that. Okay. When is your banh mi store open? We have another pop-up tomorrow, but we are sold out. Don't come. We're sold out, sold out. We will do another pop-up again, but we have no consistent schedule. We are not a banh mi shop yet. We are just a pop-up making machine and a cool guy event doer. Loving all the content. Thank you. What's going to wash all your kitchen equipment after the live stream? Oh, Tree. Tree's going to wash all my kitchen equipment. It depends. Some of it I do, some of him. Depends on how good he is that day. Maybe I'll do it if he's being awesome. Oh, here's a little man over here. I'm going to throw my minced pork in the bowl. And actually now we have the prep kitchen in the basement like built out. So yesterday was my first day prepping downstairs, and it's pretty great. It's big, comfortable, got the sink right behind me to work, so that part's very nice. Hello, little Liam. I am making stuffed cabbage for dinner, and I'm going to try to make a fried rice ball that I'm testing for the VIP dinners. And something happened in Fortnite last night I got to show you when we're done. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. No clue why Vietnamese coconut coffee hasn't crossed to neighboring countries. I think it will very soon. And I see it all the time. I see Viet Q, I see Vietnamese overseas, living in America, living in Australia. They come back to Vietnam. They do their own coffee research on what is hip and happening in the city, and then they bring that to their coffee shops in America and Australia, and probably UK too. I just haven't met anybody from there. So all the coffee trends are expanding out, I guess, one coffee shop at a time. So coconut coffee is definitely going to blow up. Salted coffee is definitely blowing up. There's another one that is now getting popular on the street called, I think it's called like Kem Buot, B-U-O-T, something, oh, Deobuot, D-E-O-B-U-O-T. It's some sort of super thick, creamy thing. It is a new trending style that's coming out now. Safin, I cannot highlight nor answer that question, and nor do I have the expertise to answer that question, but I don't think you should be playing around with that stuff here. I would do that in another country, not here. I saw your post on pickle beets. Love it. Thank you. I love pickle beets too. Looking to move to Vietnam. Wondering what veggies from Western country taste that I won't find. Oh. It can be, it's not hard to find broccoli. But the broccoli, no, I take that back. It's not hard to find broccoli. The only thing that sucks about the broccoli here is the stem is always crappy. You never get to use the stem. We have most vegetables. Some fruits are going to be hard. Cherry is going to be hard. Raspberry, blueberry. All the berries are hard to get here and expensive and not very good. But you can buy them frozen. Any other vegetable? We get most things. Like now we can get rocket pretty well. Maybe some of the stronger southern big leaves, like mustard leaf, that's American style, the thicker one. Kale, but even kale you can get, the other one. Collard greens, that kind of vibe, that stuff might be a little bit hard to find. I can't think of anything offhand. Russet potato, impossible. Very hard to find. Liam is a cool kid. He is the top tier, the coolest. Okay. Oh, you can get fennel though. You can get fennel. It's fennel's going to be an import store. Brussels sprouts is going to be an import store. A little pricey, but you can definitely get it. Yes. Are you from Cali originally? North Cal or Southern Cal? Nope. Pennsylvania. R.I.P. Oliver Tree. I miss Oliver Tree, dude. I was pretty upset about his death. And I am still upset that after he dies is when I appreciate his music. Before he died, don't appreciate the music. Thought he was a funny character, but it took his death for me to listen to his music. I feel terrible about that. I don't feel terrible, but it is what it is, but it's just like, it's a bummer. Big bummer. Okay, let's get some garlic and shallot into this pork mixture. Do I have the other shallot? Okay. Let's just use all the garlic. I have another pack of this garlic, so let's just crack it all out. And this one's starting to go a little bit. So to make this flavorful filling, we're starting pretty good. We have the pork. We're going to add a lot of garlic. We're going to add a lot of shallot. And our rice is already a coconut flavored rice, so it's going to have a decent amount of flavor already. So we don't have to do that much to it. Oh, maybe I'll grate some. I was gonna just put the carrot just kind of next to the cabbage and just bake it big, but I'm kind of thinking about grating it in there now. Maybe I'll grate one of them. I don't know why. The last 2 or 3 days I saw somebody grate a carrot and I was like, I want to grate a carrot again. I haven't grated a carrot in a long time. Okay. So I'm going to use some shallot and I'm going to use some onion as well. I got a red onion here. Okay, so all this stuff, we'll mince this up real small as we can. Maybe I should just blitz it. Let me just blitz it. I'm just going to use the container we used to cut the other stuff. Give it a quick rinse. And good to go. Same kind of thing. I'll give the onion a little bit of a head start, so it's the same size as everything else. Okay. Anything else I do want to do a carrot grated in here. I think that'll be fun. Okay. Anything else blitzed up? No, we're good on the blitzing. No, we're good on that. Let's blitz this. Lid. Bruh. And I already have a big pot of water on the stove that's hot for the cabbage, so we're going to do that next. Get our filling ready, and then we'll start doing that cabbage. What are we cooking? Firefox right now, we're making a stuffed cabbage, and then after that, we're going to finish our rice balls that we started. So I'll take this down to as small as I can get. Okay. Go a little bit farther. All right, that'll work. I'm sorry that done down. Okay. You could cook this mixture before you add it to the pork. It really depends on what style you're trying to make. If I was trying to make one that was more on the dry side, then I would cook it first to remove some of the moisture. But I'm looking for like a soupy sort of vibe at the end of this, so I don't mind the extra moisture that the uncooked shallot and onion and garlic will add to our meat mixture. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna blend let me blend the tomato too anyway. The tomato I just want to blend these and strain it. And this is gonna be part of the soup that I'm gonna use to cook the rolls. So let's just add them and blend them while we're here. Get this done. And when, because I got a small unit here, I'll start cutting the tomatoes too and give them a head start so the blade isn't struggling that hard. All right. Okay. Blend this again. Where'd my lid go again? Yeah, you wanna do it. So I'm gonna blend this real fine and then we'll strain it out. Okay, call that a day. Can't find Vidalia onions in Vietnam, right? That is correct. I've never seen a Vidalia onion over here. And a Vidalia onion goes hard. I remember the last one I had was at my uncle's house. My Uncle Gary, man. He's a simple man who appreciates a good onion. And those Vidalia onions are just incredible. I do have a dream. I really want to go to the Vidalia Onion Festival one year. I want to do that. I love onions so much. It's my favorite food, my favorite ingredient. And a Vidalia onion is like the top tier of onions, so that would be fantastic. All right, let's strain this little guy out. So I'm just gonna pour the tomato right through this little sieve. And this is not an incredibly fine sieve, so we'll just let this drip out. I'll take some of the passing, you know, if some fiber gets through, I'm okay with that. I just want to extract most of the larger pulpy items. And I'm not afraid, I'll push that through when I need it. I just want to get the blender done, out of the way. You all ever get a tortoise? That is a appropriately timed question. We have a tortoise video coming out, and it was quite the adventure, and filled with excitement and disappointment, and excitement and disappointed. So that video will be out very shortly, and I don't want to spoil the surprise. But apparently, it is very hard to get a tortoise in Vietnam now. It's not as easy as it once was. All right, so I don't know why, but I am going to grate this carrot and put it in this meat mixture. I think grated carrots are underutilized. At least to me they are, if I can find a grater. Where's my little guy? I know I have one. Not there. I forget. Darn it. I gotta ask my wife. No, it's not up there. And no, it's not down there. All right, well, I'll grate it later. I'll figure it out later. We'll get the coconut rice in here now. So the rice, I'm just gonna break it up evenly in here. And basically, the more rice you add into this, the softer your meat mixture will be, which is gonna be cool. That's gonna be a nice texture. And it stretches out your meat too, so you get more rolls. That part's good if you're on a budget. Oh, I find and it's getting older. All right. What else are we putting in here? Some MSG used to be good. Some salt. Fish sauce will be good. When are they coming out with Fortnite skin? We're working on it. I want the telefont. I want to fly in on an offset spatula. This is going to be my fly in. I'm going to stand there and fly in on my offset. I'm going to have the telefont emote. I'm thinking about it. I can't wait. I do have a dream. Olive Tree or 21 Pilots? Of the choices for me, right now it's Olive Tree. I'm deeply connected at the moment. So that's going to be it. Although I forgot about 21 Pilots, I probably will put that on today after this. What item is missing in your kitchen that will really help with your stream and your business? More cameras. But like if we get more cameras, that would force us to upgrade all this hardware system in the back, which would be a huge expense. But that would be a big deal. It's not, like the more cameras would make the stream better, but it's not necessary in that situation. Like it's gonna give us more angles, but is it gonna make the stream better? Not necessarily. And equipment, we're pretty damn good at this moment. I'm gonna buy another deep fryer, a small deep fryer, but I don't need it. I think at this moment, what I need is another streaming setup in the basement. So that's like a whole new setup. At least one camera, but probably 2 cameras, so we can stream in the basement prep, and then we can stream the pop-ups on the street. Right now, the internet connection is not strong, and I don't have a whole separate system, so another separate system downstairs, so we can dual stream what's happening in the basement, happening here. That would be cool. That would be fun. But I really, this last VIP dinner we did, I thought it went really well, and I didn't have much expectations for the stream itself. My focus was not on the stream. My focus was on just the dinner and the guests. But I think that stream of doing the VIP dinners is going to be really cool. Once we get it organized with sound and audio, and we figure out what angles we need for you guys to get a vibe of the night and feel like you're here with us, then I think that stream's going to be super cool. Because you're going to see me in my element, and you're going to see me like really cooking, and sometimes messing up too. It's like, so that's always entertaining. You see somebody mess up. But I'm excited about that direction. We have a couple angles, clips coming out from that dinner of a point of view, POV with the GoPro or with the DJI Action. And I think that's going to be exciting. We're doing more stuff like that. Is it okay you guys get a capybara in the backup patio? No, but if we ever move to America or Vietnam, if we ever live in the countryside, we're getting a capybara. I'm getting a capybara. No problem about that. What about the trip to Sapa? That's not going to happen for a while. I'm very locked in. I'm very focused what I'm doing right now, and things are going well. So I'm not losing my momentum. Now I finally, I know what I'm doing. I have a clear vision on what I'm doing. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I like the angle and the perspective that we're going down. So there is nothing I'm going to do that's going to stop the momentum that I got building right now. We're just going to keep going with what's going on, keep the pop-ups happening, keep fun, exciting stuff going on, more events, more and more events. That's going to be the vibe. How about doing a Vietnamese-inspired, a low-country boil? My wife would love it. And this would be the kind, this is what I would love to do. Can I do a low-country boil Vietnamese? Frick yeah, of course I can do that. But how about, I'm making 20 portions. I'm making 15 portions. We're going to pre-sell them. It's going to be a nighttime pop-up from 5 to 7 p.m. You show up here, and then we can do it out here. That's the exciting stuff for me, is when I'm making something that's cool, that's good, then we can just sell a few portions for some lucky people to taste. We just bought some tables and chairs, some plastic stools and stuff, so now we can have some people sit down outside. And I think that'll be fun, to start doing just making a few of a certain dish, and I'm only doing it once or twice, and that's it. And if you're lucky, you get to try it. And then for me, the best part about it is the pre-selling. Just pre-selling. So I know I'm already sold out. I know I have 10 portions. I'm not just standing out there hoping people come. If nobody books it, fine. I just don't do it. And if everybody books it, fantastic. I love this format. It's so good. I'm going a lot of white pepper in here. Really need more YouTube videos. I'm posting all the time. I'm posting almost every day. A lot of white pepper. A lot of white pepper. I'm still looking for my grater. Is it? It's a swing and a miss. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got that grater. Oh, let's try that. Or I have that other one too. I forgot about this one. Oh, there we go! Yeah, bro! Got him. Sick. I was thinking about using this too. I never shaved a carrot. Let's see what it looks like. No, let's use the grater. All right, we'll grate this out. If this is it, it's a swing and a miss. That's part of the reason why I want to get this big grill that I saw. It's huge, huge, gigantic grill with the auto spinners. Because basically at that point I'll have a big, giant firebox that will be super versatile with what I want to do in it. So if I need to do something big and roasted that's spinning all the time, I can do it. If I have like the pork banh mi where it's a sliced item on grill grates, that'll work. I can cook whole fish. Or I can just build a fire and just put pots directly in the fire too. So for like a low country boil, or for maybe like personal paellas or something like that. I think that's gonna be what gets me excited. That's gonna keep me excited by doing these pop-ups that are just unique fun things and kind of one-offs. Chad, are you balding? No, luckily that is one of the traits that was given to me by my mother's side. I think I have a great head of hair. Getting bald is not something I'm gonna encounter. I doubt it. Is there a Vietnamese dish that you hate or don't understand the hype of? Holy shit. Thank you so much for a huge super chat. $500. Get yourself more equipment, but I want more local food vids on YouTube too. You got it. You got it. All right, I think we just got ourselves a new GoPro. A much more upscale GoPro. Tang will be so excited. Holy crap, thank you so much. Wow. Wow, that's a big deal. All right, I will spend that wisely. I will spend that wisely. And even Tree, actually, Tree just shot his first video yesterday. He's gonna edit that today. He bought a fish tank, a beta, and set it up, and so I was thinking about a small camera too. Okay, that's so cool. Thank you so much. Okay, that's great. Awesome. Is there a Vietnamese dish that you hate or don't understand the hype of? I think most of the dishes that I would hate in Vietnamese cuisine don't have hype behind them. So that's kind of something. I think pho is overhyped, but it's good. And I understand why it's popular. I understand why you like it, but it's overhyped. The dishes that I don't like are kind of very family dishes that most people don't know about if they don't know Viet food. So it's really just these certain vegetables that are just slimy or squishy that I don't like. I don't like Malabar spinach, which is really slimy. And they make it with a soup. I just don't like it. And there's another plant called mup, or a loofah squash, that's just mushy. I don't like that. Most of mushy vegetables I don't like. Except, like, it's a certain kind of mush, though. Like eggplant I like. That's a different kind of mush than Malabar spinach. And like normal spinach you might think is mushy, but I love spinach. Wow, what are we gonna get? That's amazing. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Your content is great right now from my view. Thank you. I'm very excited about it. I'm proud of it. That last YouTube video for the pop-up was my most favorite video in a while. I love that it still felt real and authentic. And we still had some like just normal vlog shots, but we also had Tang with the beautiful camera and his great editing, putting that together. So I really like the vibe of that video. I definitely want to do more stuff like that. All right, but hold on, let me just make sure I remember this. I want more local food vids on YouTube food. Okay, got you. Okay. More coming. More coming. Holy shit, Chad is rich now. All right, let's add all the carrot in here. Yesterday I had, we have another really good video coming out too. I was not happy with JD's progress with her reading. And so I had some goals that we've been working on. I said if she could hit my goals, if she passed my test that I had for her, I would take her out on a date. And she did a great job, and she passed the test I was giving her. And then, so we just went on a big date at a very, very fancy restaurant for lunch. It was her most fancy restaurant ever. And we're eating there, we're having a great time, and she just said, "Daddy, I wish we were rich." I'm like, "Honey, we're rich, we're rich, we're rich. We're eating here, honey." Do you ever do a Viet gumbo? We did, actually. We did that one time for a Cook in the Comments episode a while back. I believe it's on the CKSK channel if you want to check it out. And you could probably just type in Chai Kuban Viet gumbo, it'll pop up. Updates on Michael as well, for sure. Michael is, oh, I got distracted. Yeah, Michael is opening the business. Michael has his own shop in District 1 now. He's got a bike shop. He's building up bikes. He's fixing bikes. He's launching these custom parts. He's kind of kicking ass right now. He's just in the very beginning of the business, so he's trying to push that ball up the hill. You know, he's got to get that ball rolling. And I believe the shop is kind of in a soft opening right now. I believe the 26th of this month, aka next Sunday, is his official opening because he is 26-inch lifestyle, so he's opening on the 26th. getting a glove. But we will definitely be shouting out Michael when he's ready for that. We'll go to his shop. We'll go take his tour and show you guys all that stuff. But I love what he's doing right now. I think he's got a great plan. I think he's got a great strategy on how he's moving forward. So I really believe in what he's got going on. All right, let's mix this up and try one of these things and see if the seasoning is on point. I'll give you an update too. I think Michael might get another cat. I think that might happen. I think there's probably a 90% chance he gets another cat. And if his first one is going to be called Bun Mi, what's his second one going to be called? I don't know. All right, give this a good mix. I've been talking to you guys so much, I kind of forget what I put in here. So I just want to taste it before I add anything extra. But this looks good. It's going to be a nice filling. And I think my wife does not understand this dish at all. She'll have no idea. And my kids, they've probably only eaten this once or twice, so I don't know how much they're going to remember it. So I think they probably will not be super excited because they don't know what it is, but I think they're going to enjoy this. Hello. So nice, huh? Okay. So this mixture is looking pretty good. It's nice and thick. It's firm. But I just want to taste it. One little taste before we move forward so we can make sure the seasoning is on point. I'm debating about adding some green onion, but I know I used up all that green onion already, so that's kind of a bummer. No problem, no. No, I don't need it. That's fine. It's fine. Let's just fry off a little one, though, and we'll taste it. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of oil down so it doesn't stick. Okay. The filling feels good. Texture feels good. Should be good. This is dinner. It is dinner, yeah. There's nachos. The kids can eat that for lunch. Yeah, we got it for lunch. We'll be fine. Maybe some chicken. If you buy just chicken breast, I can cook it and put it on top of the nachos for them. Yeah. Anywhere's fine. Just chicken breast or chicken thigh. Either one's fine. Yeah, always. Yeah, he did make a gumbo. Yep. Can I have the 1 cent? I don't know what you're talking about with 1 penny. Do you think you could do what? What's the 1 cent from Michael? Oh, was it $4.99 or something? Oh. Did you think you could do meat skewered on lemongrass or sugarcane on that rotating grill? No. No. You could, and then you'd have to stuff them into the grate and then the grate. But they're like set on these metal bars. Like the rotating thing is a mechanical thing that has a gear that kind of designed for it. I could, but it's not like the lemongrass would be sitting in there and the lemongrass would be spinning. All the stuff would be stuffed into a grate and the whole grate would spin with it. Sugar can be cool. I haven't done that in a while. Don't buy a GoPro without sending me a message. Okay. Oh, okay. I was going to, if I got it, though, it'd be a DJI. Unless, of course, you really wanted me to get a GoPro, I would. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So I'm going to think carefully about how do I want to use that. What is going to be the most effective thing? The GoPro, because you'll see this point of view shots that are coming from the last dinner experience. They're really cool. I like this style, but I have the original DJI action cam, so it's the oldest one. So it's not amazing in terms of color and the look, and they've definitely gotten better over the years. So maybe that would be the smartest thing to upgrade. because I like that shot, and I think Tang really likes it, and I think we're going to do more shots like that. Okay. I agree, word of mouth is a great series. Cool. Cool. Can you do a Viet-style clam chowder? We did something like that. Someone else had this clam chowder idea. I remember making something. Let me think back to that. I don't know if I just was thinking through that idea or I actually executed it. I think I executed it. I remember making something. A banh mi pop-up at Michael's shop. It's been talked about. It's been talked about. But the problem is he's got a little shop. So it's going to have to be a... It's going to be hard to get one. But yes, I think that's going to happen. I do think that's going to happen. And Michael really wants to like ride a bike and me to like sit in the front of the bike in the basket and just like hand out banh mi's as we're driving. So we may do that too. Or just try to keep doing stuff and do fun stuff. What did you find most unusual when visiting Vietnam? It could be something positive or negative. For me, the first thing that blew my mind, literally blew my mind, I was coming from Alenia. Alenia was one of the best restaurants in the world. At the time that I was working there, it was ranked the #1 restaurant in America, top 10 in the world. So the way that we worked was incredibly high level. At the end of every shift, we used to clean for 3 hours. You work your ass off all day long, and at the end of that, you clean for 3 hours. Everything looks brand new, everything. And then when I got here, I just saw raw meat on a piece of cardboard in the sun. And I'm like, what? Like this, you can't do this. Or I saw staff members just working on a cutting board on the ground. And I'm like, what? You can't do this. I went from the premier restaurant to not, just a street level. So that really blew my mind. And it did, obviously there's some stuff I like working at a certain level of cleanliness. But then there was some realization that some of the food restrictions or food laws that we have are just overbearing and not necessary, in my opinion. I think it's like overprotective. Of course, I don't want to see anything on the ground. Like that's a no-no to me. But just in terms of like danger zone situations where if you're aware of Serve Safe, about the danger zone, 40 degrees to 140 degrees, or this is Fahrenheit, 40 to 140 is the danger zone, bacteria grows during that period. But so in America, if you have any item that's left in that temperature zone for more than 2 hours, you have to throw it away by law. And that seems a little excessive to me. Like, because that's just, I've eaten meat that's 3 days old with no refrigeration. It's okay, no problem. Okay, that's good. Let's give it another minute and then we'll try this thing out. Check the seasoning on there. Just a reminder that if Michael stays overnight at your place, you have to report it. Yes, I've heard that. Yes, I've heard that. There are, they are strict on foreigners. They want to know where you're staying at all times. Yes, please shout out Michael's You Had Me at Bike Shop. Yep, and he's got it. He's got a cool little shop. He's building up a community. I think he's doing a good job. Will you host a party for Michael's grand opening for his shop? His grand opening is Sunday. We're going to stop in. I'm not going to host a party. The day before I have a VIP dinner. So I'm going to be a little burnt. But I will definitely do something in his shop too when he's ready for it. Hearing stuffed cabbage makes me crave some cabbage and noodles. I don't know what that is. Is that a classic dish? Oh, I think I've seen, is it just literally butter noodles with diced cabbage in? I think I've seen something like that. All right, let's try this thing. See how the old flavors work in here. Now this is going to be interesting with the coconut rice inside. That's pretty good. That's good. Wow. Wow. The coconut rice is coming out more and more. That's good. This is actually awesome, actually. All right. I love it. I love when you get older and you become a better cook. And then when you season stuff, sometimes you just nail it. This is just on point with seasoning. That's amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Good texture. Okay, cool. We're good to go on that. Okay. Next. Actually, let's bring this thing over here. I'm going to look at this rice ball to see if this is absorbed in any way. Hello, young man. Liam, I heard you were a cool dude. Is that a true statement? Oh, that's true? Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I got some ideas here. All right, for this rice, the original rice ball that we were working on, it's still really soft. It's a lot of egg in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in this pot, or in this bowl rather. And I'm actually going to cook it in the water that I already have that's hot. So if we can get it somewhat steamed with that egg in there, then it will form a solid structure, solid ball. And then from there, we'll be able to fry it as a solid piece. So I'm going to add all this in here. There's also maybe a little problem I didn't think about, was this rice, because it has so much coconut milk in it, has a lot of fat in the rice itself, which is going to make it hard for it to stick to itself. So that was something I didn't think about or factor in. All right, so this rice, we're going to push this down. Okay. And I'm just trying to get a nice shape, because I'm assuming I'm going to cut this, once it's steamed, I'll cut it in 4 and then fry it. So I want to have it thick enough and big enough that it's going to make sense in that way. All right, we'll wipe this all down. Cover this. We're going to wrap it. Liam, there's a new sniper. It does 375 to the head. 375. Yeah. It's an amazing scope. It's an amazing scope. 375. Super slow reload, but it's sick. No hunting rifle. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone, bro. It's gone. It's gone. All right, let's steam this out. So I got the rice ball here. We're gonna throw this in the pot. Bada bing. We'll let that cook as we're figuring out the rest of our stuff. Maybe even get a lid if I have one. Yeah. Let's do it, bro. Let's try to steam that. And then I have some chicken stock, I believe, in the freezer. Let's grab that while we're waiting. Okay. Yeah, so we'll use the chicken stock as the cooking liquid for the cabbage. And then we're going to need a big old container, which we have. Should I use this one? Yeah, I'll use this one. Maybe rinse it. Can you go upstairs, rinse that for me, and bring it back? Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? That's fine. I'll use this. Give me that. I'll take it. Thank you. I'll use the other one for this. Or let me see if the other one's clean. That'll work. Okay. All right, for the cabbage, pretty easy. It's kind of a fun task. I like this thing. It's kind of like doing a puzzle. So we're going to take the cabbage. We have that internal core, and we will cut out that core. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut through carefully. All right, and now we got the cabbage. We got the, I'm gonna peel out the first layer. And get rid of that. And then we are gonna start throwing this cabbage right in the hot water. And basically, we cut that core out, so as the cabbage steams and softens up, all these outer layers will peel easily. Okay, so I'll show you that in a second. Where's that? Is this the dirty one? Yeah. Okay. Oh, my camera. That's not good. Did I just break my camera? No, we're good to go. All right, Viet borscht would be good too. I would like a Viet borscht. I think borscht is pretty good. Phone at 3%. How do you... Oh, God, I was worried my phone was at 3%. You're freaking me out. I miss cooking the comments. Cook in the comments. We'll continue. We'll continue. Right now, the problem with cooking the comments, the YouTube videos never did well. So it was like we were trying to work really hard on producing something, and then the YouTube videos never crushed. So it just didn't pay for itself. And the videos didn't do well on TikTok either. They used to do really well on TikTok, and then they just stopped. So it's hard for me to move forward with a certain content or series if I'm not getting the views for it. It's not worth the time. I like it. I thought it was a good idea, and I do want to continue doing it. But at the moment, the most important thing to me, or the most exciting thing to me, is the pop-ups and the VIP dinners, and then try and create new dishes for the VIP dinners. That's what I like. That's what gets me super pumped right now. What restaurant have you owned or were head chef at? I owned a restaurant called Same Same in Philadelphia for 2.5 years. That's it. That was my spot. I used to be the chef at a spot called Sue in Saigon in Ho Chi Minh City in District 1. I did that for probably 2.5 years. And then I just worked, when I was younger, I worked at fine dining restaurants. That was always kind of my job or my thing. Favorite restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City? Very hard question. I'll tell you my favorite thing right now to eat. I don't know if it's a restaurant. I don't know if you consider street food a restaurant or not. Because in Vietnam they don't. They call it a different thing. But in America we probably would. But anyway, there's a dish called Bún Chả Rô Đam in District 7. That's my favorite thing to eat. I think it's the best thing to eat in the city at the moment. But in terms of like a restaurant, upscale restaurant, dude, Wok of Love, incredible Chinese Korean food. Crystal Jade, incredible dim sum. Every time we go to either one of the spots, bangers of a meal. Machadol, incredible meal every time. Jeju chicken, great meal every time. Right now I'm kind of craving Seoul Kitchen and Bar. I haven't been there in a while. I've always had good food there. I'd like to go there again. Crust and buns are both top-tier smash burgers here right now that I've been craving. When you say favorite restaurant, it's just an impossible question. There's just too much variation. What level, what price point, what cuisine? We got too much stuff going on here. DJI Osmo Nano or Insta360 Go Ultra is nice point of view. I agree. I did look at both of those. Was considering them heavy. Definitely considering them heavy. Both super useful, really fun, creative angles we can get. So it's going to be between that, getting the DJI Nano, or really upgrading the action camera. And maybe the action camera first. I'll have to think about it. Would you ever take on a small wedding party event, talking like a combined bachelor party, 10 to 20 people? Theoretically, how much would you charge? Any content creation, any streaming, chill. Yeah, I would totally do that. It'd be great. I would love to do that. Yeah. Hey, I couldn't host 20 people in this room. 10 people I could host in this room. So if it was 20 people, it'd have to be an outside catering event. 10 people I can do in this room or in my environment, but I can't do more than that. How much do I charge? It really depends on so many factors, on the food and everything. But to book out this room is $30 million. So that's the minimum to book out the room. So I would say at least $30 million. But we'd have to really talk about it. It really depends on what type of food you're looking for and how. Is it a tasting menu? Is it a buffet? If it's a buffet line, that's a different thing. If it's just like past canapes, it's a different vibe. If this is a plated, coursed event, that's a whole different vibe. So it really depends on what you're looking for. But more and more, I like cooking for people. I do. I enjoy this human interaction. I want to have more experiences like this. And I love weddings, so I'm into that for sure. Michael. $4.90. Oh, I can't read that one there. Happy for you, Chad. Your little girl's so dangerous. Your bun me looks delicious. Thank you, Henriette. Just a suggestion. How about getting something like an electric guitar effects pedal for your camera so you can keep both hands free? They do make, Stream Deck does make a foot-operated pedal. that I've never really thought about integrating into my system. Cabling would be a little bit annoying, although I could probably run a cable down through here. Let me show you. I could run a cable from my computer down into here, through and then underneath, and then pop a foot pedal out here. But I have this thing right below me. It'd be really annoying. It'd be really annoying to move it around. Hold on, this one's a little extreme. I'll think about it. I noticed the eating in Vietnamese restaurants in America tends to have more spicy condiments than eating in Vietnam. Do you agree with that? Not that I've noticed. I think there's on nearly every single table in Vietnam, there are tons and tons of spicy components to use at your discretion. But the food doesn't typically come very spicy in Vietnam. All right, I'm going to remove this bowl out of here for now just so I can move forward with the cabbage. And we'll come back to this. Although that thing might just be firm enough already. All right, so for the cabbage, let's throw this big cabbage in here. And now we are going to try to slowly let the cabbage boil. And the cool thing is this cabbage is like a big giant bowling ball, right? So it kind of cooks from the outside. Can I get a little bit? I wish I had a different shot than that. That's okay. The cabbage is like a bowling ball, so it cooks from the outside in. So even though this cabbage is steaming right now, the interior of the cabbage isn't getting hot. So it allows you to kind of peel layers off of this as you go. So I have that first layer that just came off. Okay, I pulled that out, put that on my tray over here. So we're going to throw this in here now. And then we'll come back and we'll look at this. And we'll try to grab the next layer, and look how this just peels right off. So we'll allow that to cook for a few seconds. And for this, what we're really looking for is the bigger outer leaves that we can wrap. Once the leaves get small on the inside, we can't really use them for stuffing anymore. We still can eat them, just not for stuffing. So basically, as the layers naturally fall off, I'm going to pull them off. Pretty cool. And I'm just going to blow my nose for a second here. Mic off. Okay, good to go. Let's wash our hands. So I always think I like doing this cabbage. I just think it's fun to kind of peel layer by layer. There's something satisfying about it. Let's look back at our thing and see how we're going. Any more Lucy's? Okay, there's a Lucy. Another Lucy. Take it. Thank you. And basically, I'm going to keep going until the leaves are no longer big enough to roll. Obviously, this is a big old piece. We're still good to go. And then what you might find is, like I'm starting to see this right now, is as you start peeling layers off, there's like the inner leaves are stuck to core that was not removed yet. So from here, I'm just going to cut the core out again to loosen up more layers. And you kind of keep doing this, cutting the core, cooking it, getting some layers to peel off, and then cutting the core again to release more layers. I have a second head of cabbage as well, so we're going to do both. Hi, what do you cook? We're making stuffed cabbage at the moment. Yeah, pretty much just cabbage sauteed in butter with wide egg. Yeah, I've seen that before. I never tried that. I'm sure it's good. It's so simple. It can't not be good with butter, noodles, and cabbage. And I think now for me, if like just being here for as long as I've been here, my instincts would be to take that, which sounds great already, chop some dill on it, throw some chili oil and some lemon. Ooh, that would be great. I'm into it. I ordered Chinese food because this is making me hungry and no Vietnamese place is open near me. All right, that's good. We miss cooking the comments and your friends. Heard that. Freddie is in America. I don't know when he's coming back. Let's try to get a few more layers off of here. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Obviously, you can use gloves if this is pushing your heat tolerance. Ow, that one was hot. All right, so now we're starting to get to the point where these leaves are getting a little on the small side. That one's still good. That one's still good, but you can see now, like this peeled off, but it's still kind of raw. So I can even dip these a few more seconds. And I think we may have just reached our point of too small to work at this moment. Here's my knife. And for me, I'm going to take, normally you would take this inner core that's too small to wrap. Let me try another layer on here. And you could just throw the whole core into your roasting dish or your pot, however you're going to cook these up. And then you just have some cabbage you can eat. I think I'm going to take my inner core and I'm actually going to make a salad with it because I will have a lot. Let's see. Okay. I just want to say you are crushing. It's seeing you and your family enjoying Vietnam and the adventures you go on, inspiring as a dad. Makes me happy to see your kids being exposed to such amazing things. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying very hard with that. I am very, very happy with where they're at and where we are at as a family unit now. It's very great to see it. And I'm happy that I can kind of hopefully show young people, men and women who don't have a family yet, like, yo, having a family is pretty cool. It's actually kind of better than pretty cool. It's kind of the best thing there is. And then maybe people that have kids already, hopefully inspire them. Do things with the kids, spend more time with your kids. And you don't have to follow the typical path, too. Like, maybe just because the most common path may not be the best path. It may not be the right thing for you or for your family, too. So hopefully I can show people a different style, a positive style that is working for us, that maybe goes against the rules a little bit, but is great and really fun and a great way to raise a family. All right, so we'll start with our second head. Same thing, cutting that core out. And we'll start dipping this bad boy and get our next set of leaves. Okay, right in the pot. Where are your kids? Are they summer holiday? I've loved watching them enjoy everything cooked. They're here. They're right there. They're all just running around. You could do a pickleball point of view with the Go Ultra. Cap attachment on a hat. Ooh, I love a good pickleball match. We haven't played pickleball in, 2 weeks. We were doing so good, and then I've been super busy. That 2 weeks ago, we had the Bun Me pop-up and a VIP dinner in the same week, and that was a crazy week for me. That was a big week, but it was a great week. We crushed both events, so that was amazing. And now, last week we had another VIP dinner. This week the pop-up. So we've been really busy. And now my wife's been taking over all of my posting responsibilities. So we're in the next stage. We're in the next stage of growth right now, which is so exciting. Okay, carrots are being cut. These carrots I'm planning on just doing big hunks, you could say, I guess, or a large dice, and just throwing them in with the cabbage and letting them stew. I like a good soft cooked carrot, so does my daughter, so we'll give her a couple. But I'm very glad I grated the first ones and put it in there. I think that it's nice texture, nice flavor. All right, let's come back and look and see what we got going on in here. Okay. I'm going to give it a few minutes on the other side just to get the other part of the leaf cooked. The good thing about this too, it's kind of hard to overcook it at this stage of the game because typically the stuffed cabbage you're going to cook for hours afterwards anyway. So it's not like you can overcook this part. So don't be stressed about, oh no, I got to do it real fast. No big deal. Not Viet food, but I made a lasagna for my wife's birthday dinner. Great success. Congratulations, Goofy. I think lasagna is one of those dishes that is relatively easy to make, such a crowd pleaser, always a hit, and definitely great for like a dinner party or a date kind of thing, because there's a lot of prep in the beginning, but then after that you don't have to do anything. You just get thrown in the oven and just enjoy with whoever you're eating with. Yo, let's grab some, there we go. My fingies hurt. So we'll just keep pulling these out. And at this point, my core is now kind of, we've reached the end of the cut core. Now we're in the interior where there's more core. So again, we'll trim, bring this out on the board, and start removing more of that core in there. Do streamers get to keep all the donations, or they have to split it with YouTube? Every platform is different. YouTube takes 30%. TikTok and Twitch, I believe, take 50%. Yeah, YouTube is the best in that situation. Okay, there we go. Core's out. For the next level, trim a little bit more in here. Okay, and we'll put this right back in there. Get the next round. I was very surprised when you mentioned bai mon isn't very popular in Vietnam. It's huge in San Jose. Yes. So bai mon is 7 courses of beef. And when I was in America, like, I heard about 7 courses, Vietnamese, 7 courses of beef. I kept hearing about that. And in Philadelphia, I was able to try it for the first time, and that became definitely a favorite. I went to it with my brother at first, and then I started taking a couple friends there. But when I got to Saigon, 7 courses of beef is not like a thing you hear about a lot. It's, I really only know 2 or 3 spots in Saigon that do it. So it does exist here, but it's definitely not like incredibly common. And we do have, did we put out, oh, that video came out. Yeah, we posted that video last night, the 7 course of beef video. And it's fun, it's cool. Not amazing, but it's cool. But all those dishes that are available at 7 courses of beef, you can get those dishes. Most big restaurants, most big drinking restaurants will cover all those dishes. Just made salmon with dill beurre blanc, basmati, zucchini, leeks, garlic, sesame, mirin, and soy. That's a great dish. That's a great dish. You got a piece of salmon with beurre blanc, you're in a good position right there. And I like the addition of the mirin too. Did you say sesame? Yes, sesame and mirin, I'm into that. Sesame specifically. Miss Cook in the comments, I heard that. Au gratin potatoes. I thought I did that. Didn't I do that recently? What did I do with the beef and potato? I did something with beef and potato. Slater Rider, I'm going to get you. For a VIP dinner, I just got to pair it well. The problem, for me right now, I have this is part of what I'm working on is this rice dish. I'm working on the Wagyu dish. So that's the only beef course I have on the tasting menu right now. And I don't think Wagyu and au gratin potato is a good fit. It's too heavy, too much fat. The Wagyu is already so rich, so I don't want to do an au gratin with it. But I'll think about it. Let me see if I can find another pairing that suits it. Okay, so I'm going to pull out this cabbage. And I think I'm going to call it a day on this little guy. Okay, so I got the big boy over here. And I will end up making some sort of slaw with the cabbage heads. I'm going to put this rice, that seasoned rice mixture we had, just back in this pot. I'll cover with the lid. I'm turning the heat off. And we'll just let that hang out and steam at that temperature, and we should be, it should carry over cooking. All right, let's get this cabbage behind me. and we are going to start wrapping and stuffing these cabbage. So first thing I want to do is get rid of these carrots. And again, these carrots I'm just going to do, should I do an oblique cut? I love a good oblique, but these are going to be so big. Let's just do big hunks. This is just dinner. Family dinner. Keep them big. So I'm going to cut these real big. And I'll throw these right in my pot here. Okay, get all this out of here so we can start wrapping. All right, so we have that pork mixture, if you remember. We can see it right here. So this is the, oops, wrong one. This is the minced pork with the coconut rice, carrots, garlic, shallot, fish sauce, a lot of white pepper. I think that was, and there's some onion here as well. But that was it. It's really the coconut rice is doing a lot for it already. Question, ricotta or bechamel for lasagna? I could do both. I think both is a good strategy. If I'm only choosing one, I'm doing ricotta. But I think both is cool. It's not gonna hurt. Hey Chad, I've recently been thinking of a Viet-style charcuterie. Have you ever attempted this, and what would you include in your version of, I'm assuming charcuterie board. I think a lot of people are doing that already, just kind of with a banh mi board, and basically everything on a banh mi you put in there. If I was doing it, I'd have a crap ton of pickles. And I think beyond the basics of the all the different, any kind of jia you want, any sort of the Viet sausage. I mean, that's the obvious pick. Vietnam has a lot of sausage culture. It's just very different to a Western style sausage, but they have a lot of sausage culture. Besides for the obvious jia, the jia hui, jia lua, jia jin, all the jia, whatever it is. There's a head cheese. I probably would put a few slices of that on. I would probably take hale wai, the roasted pork, and slice that and make little roses with a roasted pork belly. I think that would be a killer. People would love that. I would definitely do pickled do chua, the classic carrot and daikon. I would also do the mustard leaf, yua chua, pate obviously on the board. I would love to do this. I would love to see it too with rice paper and herbs and lettuce and noodles for wrapping. Because I mean, most of the stuff, I mean, if you're going to serve with banh mi's or toasted crackers of some kind, okay. You could also serve it as like a goi kun plate, and just like people are going to wrap stuff up. Nem nung would be appropriate in there as well. I think a shumai, if you can have like a little fondue pot on the board with a candle underneath to keep it warm, and little meatballs, little shumai in there would be pretty cool too. I'd like that. Even like, because Viet food's pretty cool, where a lot of it is room temperature. So even like a little section of bánh bèo, the what do they call them in English? The like the cupcake, a rice cupcake. Or I think I've heard another name like a steam. I forget they call it in English, but a little rice thing in a bowl, bánh bèo, would be cool. There's a lot of flexibility. Maybe it'd be easier to kind of narrow it down into a certain style or flavor profile you're going for, or are you going to be eating it as a wrap or with noodles or bread, and then you can kind of clarify it a little more. And maybe I can clarify too if you narrow it down for me. Bro, it's been so long since I'm a big fan. Thank you, Kenneth. Appreciate that. Favorite restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City? We just did that. Super hard to answer. I just did that though. We missed your cook in the comments. Heard. Chef, what do you consider amazing in Vietnam? Oh, a lot, man. I think the food culture is the best. I think food culture in Vietnam is top tier, best in the world. So I love that. I think the motorbike culture is the best, top tier, amazing. So like the daily life, I think, is amazing. I think the food and just driving around on a motorbike and pulling over and eating whatever you want is incredible and so good. What else do I think is amazing? I do just like, people are just pretty darn friendly here. I like that part. That part's pretty great. And of course, there's assholes everywhere, and there's times where people don't know they're being rude or an asshole. So like that, now I understand all the circumstances, so I don't judge them like I did before in that way. But most of the time, people are pretty awesome. They're pretty nice. They're usually very welcoming. So that I just like the normal daily living culture is great. Yeah, I get that's kind of my top there. Agreed. Oh, yeah, Wagyu is too much with the potato. Are good quality of beef imported into Vietnam, usually from which country? Oh, yes, you can get good quality beef. But it's imported from Australia and America the best. Then you can get Argentinian, and then you can get local beef too. There's probably some New Zealand, but it's mostly lamb for New Zealand. It's usually Australian and beef. I'm sorry, Australian and America being the #1 beef importers. And then typically, usually, maybe I'm wrong about this, but it seems to be like Australian's a little level below American in terms of beef in this viewpoint. The American beef will be held at a higher standard, I think, in my opinion. Chad, do you think Michelle Obama is a man? I have no idea what's real in the world. I have no idea. I don't know if I'm in a simulation anymore. I no longer make judgments about anything. Yesterday, my son asked me, he said, the Earth revolves around the moon, and the moon revolves around the Earth, and the Earth revolves around the sun. And I was like, yeah, that's what we're told. I have no idea. Some people think exactly the opposite. I said, if you're taking a test, that's the answer they want to hear, but I have no idea what's real. I really have no idea what's real anymore. So I've tried to not make any judgments anymore. What about your own 7 courses of beef with an all-ground potatoes? Now there's a good idea, Slay Rider. There's a good idea. How do I make that? Maybe I could do that as a pop-up. 7 courses of beef pop-up. That would be fun. That would be the kind of thing I'd like to do where I sell 10 of those at nighttime. And prepaid for 10, and we do 7 courses of beef for 4 people or something like that. That's a good idea. Okay. Chad, do you miss snow? Yes, I totally do. I'm going to start wrapping these things. So I did the first one already. I like to do, of course, there's many ways to wrap it. I do like to put the stem at the bottom. And we're going to take a scoop of this mixture. Throw it in there. You can super fill them, you can not super fill them. There's really no wrong way to do it. And even, I'm folding up the sides and just kind of rolling it forward. You could make these really beautiful, you don't have to. They kind of just, if you get the meat in there and roll it up, it's going to work out. It's not something you need to be overly concerned about. You shouldn't be taking too much time to do this. It should be a pretty darn quick thing to do. If you're getting really meticulous about this, you're spending too much time. This should not be something that takes you a long time. And a good thing to think about is the less filling you put inside, the more cabbage your kids will eat, because they got to eat more of these things. But there's really no wrong way to do this. Oh, I did forget to mention, you could put an egg in this filling if you wanted to. I didn't feel it was necessary, but you can do that, especially if you have a mixture you're afraid it's going to break down for some reason. Especially maybe if you have meat that's already cooked, that's not going to hold itself together when you steam it like I'm doing now. So that could be a good thing to do. But when the leaves are really big, I'm trying to put a little bit more. When they're really small, put a little bit less. But again, there's really no wrong way to do it. And it's pretty hard to mess this up. But I'm just rolling them stuff and I'm getting this tray done. Thank you, Chad. Now I think Vietnamese food is the best. Fantastic, Henriette. Do you mostly pay with cash or card or phone in Vietnam? Everything is accepted. Everything is quite easy. I would say that QR code paying or paying with your phone is incredibly common. Maybe even, this is a guess, maybe even 60 to 70% of payments are happening by phone now. I always pay cash or I pay card. I never pay with the phone purely because I don't have my whole system set up. It's hard to have like shared bank accounts here. There's some annoyances about that kind of stuff. So I've never had the ability to pay with my phone, but I've never really needed it, wanted it. I'm very happy with my cash and the credit card. And actually, I can be a stubborn person or concerned about potential future outcomes, so I like paying with cash. I like the cash economy. Chad takes a stance on Renee Redzepi but can't be firm on the solar system. Well, that one, see, Renee's much more easy to understand than the solar system. I've never been in space. I've never been there. If I was out there, maybe I'd have a really quick, direct opinion. That's a very funny comment, by the way. That was very funny. Yes, it's much easier for me to take a stance on another chef and the kitchen system or kitchen culture or restaurant industry. Much easier for me to understand. I have direct experience. I can comment on it clearly. Now I'm afraid to comment on things I have no direct experience on. But after I told that to my son, he said, well, I guess I'm going to have to go to space. I said, yes, you do, Liam. Go ahead. Start building your rocket. I think you'll find that more like a lot of these bigger questions that you may have or may ask me. Most of my stance now is, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. And I'm not going to pretend to know, and I'm not going to pretend to have the right opinion or act like I really know everything that's going on, because we don't know anything that's going on. And just because you saw it on the news doesn't mean it's real, and just because your president said it doesn't mean it's real, and just, we have no idea what's going on. Okay. I like this. I like this task. I think it's a fun task to do. And this filling's nice. It has a lot of structure to it. It's easy to roll up. And I'm actually very excited to eat this. So I know there's some people that you can put this in a pot and cook it on your stovetop, low heat, for a couple hours, but you just need to, that is a little bit riskier in my opinion. So I will be baking these in the oven, low heat, and I think that's the best strategy. It's the most foolproof strategy with like no risk of burning. So that's going to be my preferred method. And this is the kind of thing that you can't really overcook either. I mean, you could cook this for, let's say, an hour minimum, but you could easily cook this for 4 or 5 hours too. And I think more so for a traditional European style, Eastern European style, you're going to cook this for quite a few hours. But like, let's say I'm trying to make like a Viet one or an Asian style, I might cook it for less time so it's a little bit more fresh in flavor. Both are good. There's no wrong way, right way. It's just a different style. I'm going to keep rolling these up. Chad, are you a Philadelphia Eagles fan? No, I don't really care about football at all. It doesn't do anything for me. I enjoy watching the game and not that I care about the Eagles, just the act of somebody playing football. I enjoy watching anyone skilled do anything. So if they're really good at football, I can enjoy watching it, but I don't follow it, I don't care. I don't have any sort of emotional attachment to a team in any way. It doesn't do anything for me. Chad learned how to roll cabbage in Philly? Yes. We love Philly there. Okay. I've never been the best roller. You should see Michael. He can roll it up. Chef, what I know is this stream is the best. Thank you so much, Dark Knight. What does that say? My finger's wet. I can't scroll. Viet Domino's. Be fun endeavor. Viet Domas. What's a Doma? That's the Indian fried thing, right? Is that the Doma? I feel like that's the triangle that's fried. Am I right about that? Vietnamese domas would be fun endeavor. SRT, let me know what a doma is, if I'm right on that. Is it a little triangle, like spring roll kind of thing? Is that the right thing? What do you think about Vietnamese culture of taking an afternoon nap as a foreigner? Do you take naps or do your body doesn't? I have struggled. I very struggle taking a nap. It's very hard for me to just shut down the middle of the day. What do I think about it? I think it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. I think it's pretty funny. You see all these Viet girls that are just like, they have an afternoon nap and they need it. And it's a non-negotiable. And you'll see a lot of people like in the banks too. The bank just shuts down for 2 hours in the middle of the day and the whole team just like sleeps on the floor and just takes a nap. Very common in a business or an office. You'll see the whole team just having a nap time together on the floor. It's pretty funny. I think it's good. I think it's good. Every time I get a nap in the middle of the day, I feel fantastic and I love it. It's not a normal thing for me. It's hard for me to sit down. Usually I have stuff to do, or I'm just stressed. I'm like, dude, I got to do this. I got to do this. I can't take a nap right now. All right, we're getting to the end of this, getting down to the beginning, or getting down to the end of the mixture. If you're doing this and you run out of cabbage leaves and you have a lot of mixture left over, you can always just make like a meatball and just throw it in with the rest of your cabbage. That works out perfectly fine. But I have more cabbage than meat right now, so that's not going to be something I encounter today. Okay. Isn't dolma the grape leaf? Oh, rolled grape leaves. Oh, okay. Looks like you're rolling blunts. I don't know what that is, Belly Captain. I have no knowledge of what you're speaking about. Chad, you turned me into Chintu now. I order it from overseas and... Oh, I can't read it well. Oops. No, not like that. Not like that. Don't do that to me, bro. Don't do that to me. Hold on. Hard for me to read that. Oh, well, I'm glad you like Chinsu. It is the best chili sauce in Vietnam for sure. For like the packaged classic style Viet chili sauce, that's sweet or spicy ketchup style. Chinsu is the best that's offered here for sure. They have good fish sauce too. I mean, they have, how should I say? It's hard because Chinsu always has, their product lines are so big. So it's hard to kind of clarify what I mean by that. They have fish sauce at every quality level. But I think they have a very good value for fish sauce, and they also do have a top tier bottle. But the top tier bottle you can't get. It's not possible for you to buy it, but it is fantastic. Okay, just a few more. I think I got 2 more in here. Let me use my nicest. There we go, use that one. I can get 3 out of here. All right, I got 2 more. I'll get 1 more out of this. Next Chinsu collab. I don't know. I don't know if they want to do it more. It's up to them. I still like the Chinsu product. I always liked the Chinsu product. I like the people that I worked with at Chinsu. I really liked. They were nice people. I enjoyed working with them. I did not like how it sometimes restricted my speech. I did not like that part. So it's like to do a one-off video is perfectly fine, but to kind of fill a role as a brand ambassador, they're a mega company, a mega corporation, and they are very careful about their wording of what they say and how they say it, which then kind of was put onto me and forced me to be careful with my wording and how I say it. I don't like that. I didn't like that feeling. So I don't know how excited I would be to enter a real long-term sort of agreement. A one-off video is perfectly fine and no big deal, and I do like the product. Chinsu is the best. But there was certain things that I just didn't like about holding myself back with communication. Even if I curse, I was like, oh, they won't like that. Well, I want to curse sometimes. I am a cursing. I have a potty mouth, and that's perfectly fine to me. All right, let's lay these things out. So we're just going to lay these out nicely. But again, there is really no wrong, right way to do this. I'm just going to space them out. Oh, just for you guys that are interested, if you're in Saigon, there is another VPW event coming up, the Vietnamese Pro Wrestling. If you're into that kind of stuff, I would just buy tickets soon if you're into it. VPW, the Rumble is out now. You can check out their Instagram page and go get tickets. It's awesome. I'm excited. When I heard the new event was coming, I was pretty damn pumped about it. So if you're interested, grab your tickets. Okay. Space these. Not the most beautiful spacing. Let's get one out of here. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of put some carrots in between here. Just equally spaced. Heard a kid screaming. Seem okay. I think we're good. Wash my hands again. All right, so I had, this is a very light chicken stock. We're just gonna use that. Do I wanna use both? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna use the one for now. And then I could always get another one. I can add more later if I want. The tomatoes that we pureed is gonna go on here. And I'm gonna go ahead and push through the rest of this. So I know these cabbages are going to release their own moisture as they cook, so I will have, I'm not trying to make this like a soup, but I do want to have a little bit of a broth. So I'm just trying to judge how much liquid am I adding into here. And I think that one frozen is probably going to be enough for the stock. Because this lid, am I going to cook it with a lid? Yeah, I probably will cook it with a lid at first and then take the lid off in the last hour. And this, I assume I'm going to cook this for about 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm going to get this ready, throw it in my oven, and wait before I start it. So I'll start it around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock today. Thomas Pesquet, the French astronaut, is great, and Spielberg too. What about sriracha? I prefer chinsu much more than sriracha. I don't really like sriracha very much, especially now it's an inconsistent product. To me, like sriracha's over. And also, chinsu does make a sriracha, which I think is better than huifang sriracha. Huifang sriracha, the OG, I don't know if it's the OG, but the sriracha that is the most famous, is to me a very dark flavor. When I eat sriracha, huifang sriracha, to me it feels very wintertime. It feels dark, it feels deep. When I think about Vietnamese food, I don't think about dark and deep at all. I think of bright and fresh. So I don't think it's a good pairing. I don't think sriracha works with Viet food. But chinsu sriracha is much brighter in flavor and to me much more appropriate for a Vietnamese style food. So the chinsu sriracha I really like. I think it's pretty fantastic. All right, I'm trying to just press this tomato through. I almost never reach for sriracha, ever. It's really, if I want that Viet style chili sauce, I am gonna grab either chinsu original or chinsu sriracha, or I'm gonna grab some kind of chili oil, or a pickled chili, or a fresh chili, or satay, or something like that. Okay, let's call it a day on there. And so that stock and that tomato is unseasoned. Whoa, I'm sorry, camera. The stock and the tomato is unseasoned, so let's add a little bit of salt to kind of factor in the amount of stock that we're putting in there and the tomato that we're putting in there. And even the cabbage is unseasoned, so I'm gonna have to come back and taste this as it's cooking and re-season it, because it's gonna be too hard for me to estimate the salt level, factoring in the cabbage is unseasoned, factoring in this frozen block and the tomato is unseasoned. So season a little bit, we'll bake it, and then we'll season it as everything melts and give it a final taste too. Put that to the side. Let's look at our curried rice ball that we got over here and see if we can. Oh, it smells good. Yo, ow, 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 ow. Let's see if we can get this thing cut, fry it, and try it. All right, so we got that rice ball that we steamed inside of this bowl. The interior is definitely not cooked yet, but I think that's going to be okay. The only thing I would love to see is for this to be, I would love for this to cool down before I try to really move it and manipulate it, because now it's warm and soft. But it's easier to work with than it was a few seconds ago. Maybe I'll just fry the whole damn ball, just as is like this, especially if I'm going to serve this for, you know, if I'm cooking for 4 to 6 people, this is probably enough for 4 to 6. All right, so maybe I'll do that. good. Let me put a little bit of oil on this pan down. Wow, that tastes good. Is it true people put silkworms in pho? I hear it is a secret. I think you're mistaken there. I think what you're referring to is a sandworm. And yes, they do put sandworms in northern Vietnam, in northern style pho. Not in every single portion, but sandworms are fairly common to see in northern style pho. They're expensive though. So it's not going to be like, it's not every bowl because that's an expensive item. Okay. All right, so we got this thing popped out here. Look at it. It's a shape. It looks good. I'm going to fry the whole thing as is. That's why I put the oil on the bottom of here, just so we could be able to slide it off a little bit. All right, so let's get some oil hot. We'll try this thing, and we'll see if this is going to be the solution to the Wagyu beef salad I'm working on right now. Wagyu beef salad. For the VIP dinners, I'm doing that. I don't have any Wagyu right now, young man, okay? The Wagyu beef salad is a course for VIP dinner guests. Are you a VIP dinner guest? You're my son, so what does that make you? Does that make you a VIP?
I'm a VIS.
You're a VIS? Is that a very important son? Is that what that is? What's VIS?
Wait, no, I'm FAS.
You're an FAS. First actual son. Heard that. Okay. Your banh mi vending video popped off. Grats. Thank you so much. Yes, it's very exciting when you get a video that freaking works. We got a banger of a video right now. Our YouTube video is pumping. Please go watch it. Help us pump. It's going to break 100K. I think in the next week it'll be over 100K, and hopefully it keeps going after that. Very, very exciting to see. Is coming back to America a tempting thing? Where do you imagine like settling down? Yes, coming back to America is a tempting thing. It's not that tempting at the moment, honestly. I don't think America is the best place to live at the moment. To me, I think it's hard to find a better place to live than Vietnam right now, current day. But ultimately, I want to own a big piece of land, and to me, that has to be in America. I would buy a big piece of land here, but I wouldn't be spending a lot. I would spend 15 to 20% of my total savings on land in this country, where in America I would spend 50 to 60 to 70% of my total savings if I found my dream spot. If I bought a piece of land here, I don't have high confidence that I'd be able to keep that land for the next 50 to 100 years. In America, if I bought a piece of land, I still don't have that much confidence to be able to keep it for 100 years. I have more confidence, but you know, with these data centers happening and people getting kicked off their property, that's not a cool sign. But ultimately, I do want a big piece of land, and that's going to be in America. Chef, the carrot's going to add sweetness to the recipe. Yes, it will. And the tomatoes add acidity. Yes, it will. And the tomatoes will also add some deepness and some complexity, so it's more than just a meat broth. It'll just add a little bit more richness to it. What do you?
Can you go get some more milk at
Yeah. Chinsu released those red and green chili bottles, which I think is kind of mid. Oh, like the, do you mean the one that's like the seafood dipping sauce? What are they called? Moitieu chan? Oh, no, sorry, like moitieu san. Like it's kind of a thicker sweet stuff. I haven't tried those yet, but I do know they released those. Those sauces, honestly, are very hard to package and bottle and make shelf stable, especially the green one. So I understand that one it's going to be hard to make that taste authentic and real. The black ultra spicy one, I bought it. I haven't tried it yet. Tree is very important. Great response. Heard that. All right. Let me clean this pot out, and we are going to try to fry this rice ball out, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. You all right? What are you worrying about? The rice cake thing? So I I have a Wagyu dish for the pop-up dinners that I really like. But I don't like the rice that I served it with, so I'm trying to figure out a new way to serve it, a new rice dish to serve it with. So this is the strategy. We'll get this pot up hot, get some oil in there. Get this out. Huh? This is cold oil.
No, I mean the song.
Oh, I don't know. Liam and I heard some new Oliver Tree songs last night.
New?
Yeah, they were new. I mean, we didn't hear them before, so it's just like not on the normal list. So there's definitely some songs we haven't heard yet. There you go. One in one, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, let's get this. Oil is heating up on this rice here. We'll give it a little more time. We'll drop this thing. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. What'd you make for breakfast? You had like a breakfast sandwich?
If I said it right now, I'd be
Why?
kind of weird.
You made up a name for a dish?
Yes.
What's the name of the dish? Why?
Kind of bagel sandwich.
The bagel,
Sandwich.
the bagel bangwich? That's the name of your dish you made up this morning? The bagel bangwich. That's.
It was really good.
The other thing I wanted to try. Oh my God, this is so hard. On Monday, we made we made banat ram. This sort of mochi rice cake dumpling thing that's going viral right now. It's super delicious, and the one we made was fantastic. I have a lot of the dough left over. So this is basically just sticky rice flour and water. The other thing I wanted to try was just to steam this, because I don't want to waste it, right? So let's just try it. So I'm going to steam it, and then I might just slice it. I don't know what's going to happen after that. I want to steam it and cook it, and then we'll see, is that going to give us a dough that we could then potentially use for the Wagyu dish as well. So we'll try both. I'm going to break this in half, though. That's too thick.
How do you do it?
Oh, I'm a beast.
Did you cut that before the food started?
No, it's just perfect. And I have that steamer set up, so let's get that steamer going. You're just impressed? I'm just so amazing, huh? Work all day, and then I wake up. All right, so I'm going to steam this, probably off camera, though. Once again, for those of you, if you're just tuning in, tomorrow is our next Banh Mi pop-up, but we are completely sold out. Do not show up tomorrow. If you do not have one ordered and paid for already, do not show up. I will not have any food for you. Okay, every Banh Mi has been prepaid for and pre-sold already. There is nothing left. Please do not waste your time. And I don't want to have to say no to you when you arrive. Okay, oil's getting hot. Let's see if we can fry one. Yes. All right, so let's get this big boy in here. Well, this is kind of hard. Here, let's do it like this. Hopefully this thing stays together.
I hope it doesn't explode.
No, I hope it doesn't explode. Exploding would not be cool. Yeah.
I heard someone did.
Yes. Very big super chat. We're getting a new camera, guys.
Wait, what?
Yes.
500 bucks.
Yeah. 500 ducks?
I kind of want to touch it. I mean, bucks.
Yeah, 500 bucks. So we're going to get a new camera.
Damn.
Very exciting. All right, so this is getting crisp up. It's crisping up really fast. I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm worried how fast it's crisp up. And for this style of rice cake, I'm told you really want to fry it hard. It shouldn't be like golden brown. It should be like deep, deep golden brown. Huh? Is this a non-stick pan? No, but there's a lot of oil, so it's not gonna stick. I'm just trying to spoon some fat on the top because it's not fully submerged, so I'm kind of frying the top a little bit to hopefully hold it together. We'll try to do this flip. This is a little bit risky maneuver here. Where's my spider, bro? I need my spider. Here. All right, let's try to flip this thing. Give you a good view. You can see if I fail or not. It's a hard flip. It's breaking up. Okay. All right, so the idea was this, is once you get this fried crispy rice ball, then you crumble it in a bowl and you toss it and you make a salad. Usually it's got some pickled sausage in it, it's got a lot of herbs in it, some raw shallot, and that would be the direction I'm going. I'm not trying to assemble that today, the whole side dish. I just want to taste this and see if this is the direction I think I want to go. Do you ever find cơm thịt băm, caramelized pork, ground pork in restaurant in Vietnam? It's a nostalgic dish for me. No, almost never. Almost never. I've made things like this, but anytime you're seeing the caramelized pork, it's always going to be like pork belly. It's going to be like thịt kho trứng. It's going to be solid pieces, not ground meat. Hello, my baby girl. So I don't think I've ever seen that, honestly. I've seen something similar, but usually with mamruk, you know, like thịt mamruk, thịt heo mamruk, that kind of vibe. And the way you're describing this is usually what I see from a Cambodian restaurant, not here. Now the Song of Olive Tree, always in my mind. I get it. Even my kids love Oliver now. Life can't be any better. Chef hanging out with his two best dudes. I got my two best dudes and my little sweet girl. Little girlie just walked in. You like Oliver?
The main reason I like Oliver too. Well, there's two. One is his music and the fact that he's one of the only people I've heard with my name.
He's one of the only people I heard with your name, and that's why you like him?
I admit.
It's spelled different.
I know it, but still.
Yeah?
It's still fine.
Okay. What's the strangest dish you've ever had in Vietnam? For me, my answer is always durian. Like, that's not a dish, that's an ingredient. Durian is the strangest ingredient I've ever had. Because it's such a weird flavor. And it's because it's a natural ingredient that has that flavor to it. It's crazy to me. But strangest dish. Yeah, baby. When I'm done, I'm going to show you a clip on Fortnite. But that's it. I don't have time to play right now. But I got to show you something I had last night. You won't believe it. Strangest dish. You guys have an answer for a strangest dish?
I'll
Think about that.
Tried or have you seen?
Strangest dish you've tried.
No.
Strangest dish I tried. I was in countryside, eating with farmers in the countryside in coffee field, and we had stir-fried little birds, like a bird, like a robin, you know, that kind of backyard bird, or like a blue jay, that sort of size of a bird. So when you see a blue jay or a robin, you can imagine without feathers on that bird, it's tiny. It's so small. So there's almost no meat on it. All you were eating was bones. And it was served, it was the whole bird chopped. So sometimes you would grab the rib cage, sometimes you grab the head, sometimes you grab a foot, but it's basically just crunchy bones. And that was a strange dish. Good. I liked it.
I know the strangest dish I've had.
What's the strange dish you've had?
Stir-fried snake.
Stir-fried snake? Oh, okay, yes, we did have that. So Tree's strangest dish was stir-fried snake. We had that during Tet 2 years ago. That's true. Terrible. Snake is the worst meat. It's horrible meat. Yep. Is there a day when you just don't want to touch the kitchen or feel lazy to cook anything? I've had problems with feeling tired mentally and lost interest in what I usually do. Yes. And I would say it's not really about a food situation where like I'm lazy, but I typically work pretty hard. And so usually I kind of work really hard and then I have a crash day. So I might put in a solid week or a solid 10 days or whatever it may be. And then I'm like, tomorrow I ain't doing nothing. And usually that'll be a day where I just shut down and literally I don't do nothing. I sit down, maybe I watch 2 or 3 movies with the kids, maybe we play a board game, but I'm not cooking, I'm not doing nothing, I'm not answering a phone call, I'm not doing nothing. So sometimes it's Sunday, sometimes it's not. But that'll be like a day where I didn't cook or did something like that. All right, this is getting kind of hard to see. You can see this oil is.
I can't see it.
This oil is old oil, I'll be honest with you there. So we got a lot of foam happening. So it's hard to tell how this is looking. Let's try to bring this over to the board and see if we can get a view on this thing. No, I think we still got some time in here. I'm going to keep it going. Let's say for another 30 seconds. We got some serious foamage going on in this oil. It's interesting. Yes, JD. I believe this is Oliver Tree honey pie. Yeah. You count for me? Thank you, Liam. Help me with that 30. Okay. 30? You got me on the 30? All right, let's try to pull this out. See what happens here. Smells good.
That looks good.
Obviously, this didn't work as a rice ball,
Not at all.
but it's still crispy, and it still has the interior. And this sort of coconut rice, as I said, I didn't really think about it having cooked with the coconut milk, so it's going to have extra fat in it, which does make it hard for the rice to stick together as a ball. And I think the amount of egg I put in here was just too much.
Okay.
But that's still all not a big deal. We just need to figure out texture and flavor. Is that cool? And I can tweak all the other stuff later. But so normally this would all just get crumbled up into the bowl, tossed into a type of salad. I like the color. I like the green. And my thing would be I get this into a bowl, toss with some almost like marinated cucumbers, pickled pineapple, raw shallot, maybe a lot of mint. This special fish sauce dressing I've been making lately, and then topped it with some grilled Wagyu. That would be the idea here. Grilled Wagyu.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Wow. That's good. Wow, that's good. Here, you try it. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, kind of a banger. Kind of a banger. Here, Trey, you want to try? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like this. You like it? You like it? It's very good. It's very good. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'll give you a piece. This is pretty cool. The only thing I'd have to factor in is just not making this too heavy, too oily. Because the Wagyu's got so much weight to it already. No, I don't have any Wagyu. My kids want the Wagyu. One time we went to Hokkaido, this Japanese restaurant. I got some grilled Wagyu. Why did I get that? Was it a birthday or something?
No,
It was a celebration for something, whatever. I was like, all right, you guys try Wagyu. They loved it. Who would have thought? They freaking loved it. So now they have a reference for Wagyu now. This is cool. Wagyu is a very fancy beef. Remember the fancy beef? Why is Wagyu special? Because it has a much higher fat content than typical beef. Usually, Wagyu is a special kind of breed, but then beyond that, they feed it really well. and even the best kind of Wagyu or Kobe, different kind of beef, they massage the cows. They let the cows drink beer, and they massage them.
What?
So the cows are really tender. Yeah.
Well, that's a good life for them, so that you know. Good for them.
I like it. I like this. The only thing I have to do is make sure that in this salad with the rice, there's just a lot of pickles and there's a lot of freshness to bring it up and to brighten it. I think it's kind of awesome. Wow, you like it? I need a banger. I will do this. I will do this. I'll play with this a little bit more and try to work on getting a nice shape for it and maybe how I want the overall presentation to be. But flavor-wise, this is pretty damn delicious. You like it? You like it too? Yeah, this is pretty great. I like that. Okay, so the stuffed cabbage, I will be cooking. I'm not going to cook it now. I'm going to cook it about 1 o'clock. I'm going to throw this in the oven, maybe 2 o'clock and throw it in the oven. And I will, I'll shoot some video of it when it's done so you guys can see that. If you're curious, we'll post it on TikTok and Instagram later. We're going to bring this stream to an end. We have to get ready for tomorrow's pop-up. I have some final things I need to do. I got to finish the mayonnaise for the banh mi's, cut cucumbers, cut cilantro, order our banh mi's from the vendor. So we'll have all that ready tomorrow. And once again, if you do not have a banh mi already paid for and ordered, do not come tomorrow. We are sold out, completely sold out. If you missed it and you want to get a banh mi next time, or whatever the next pop-up will be, make sure you follow along on Instagram and TikTok and check the stories. And also on for all YouTube members too. YouTube members are going to get first dibs on pop-up reservations. I apologize for not doing that this time. I should have done that right away. That was my fault. But it will not happen again because I'm getting better at this whole game. So YouTube members will get first dibs on reservations, and then we'll put it in the stories for Instagram and TikTok. And also, we have all the VIP dinners. Almost every Saturday we're doing them. So if you want to join us for a VIP dinner, you can send us an email, team@ChadKubanoff, and book a reservation. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we still have 2 seats available. And the Saturday after that, we have 2 seats available as well. It's $5 million per person. It's $190 USD. That includes everything, alcohol, food, everything, all in, as much as you want. Full experience. It's a great time. So if you're interested in that, you can send us an email, team@ChadKubanoff, get your reservation. I think that is it. What make you say, nope, I'm eating there when you go out in Vietnam? Usually it'll be a dish that's exciting to me that maybe it's hard to find. There's a few dishes that if I see it, I'm going to try it. I don't care. Because I'm just excited to see a new vendor. You or she see it looks busy, or maybe the cart looks full. There's a lot of different things that can entice you or pull you into a vendor. What if somehow you made that mixture into a cracker for the salad? You absolutely could make a cracker for the salad, absolutely. But part of the if you did the cracker, you're only getting the crispy bit, which could be cool, depending on what you're trying to do. If I made the cracker and made a nice crispy, a salad on top or something bright on top, that would totally work. But I'm putting Wagyu on it, so I know there's already going to be a fatty item on top. So I need to have more than just crunch and crispy to balance the Wagyu out. So I want to have some of that interior soft rice as well. That is part of the original dish. Okay, I think that's it. Tomorrow we will try to stream the banh mi pop-up. We're going to be open from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., aka 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2:30. I don't remember how it's going to work. 2:30 a.m. I guess Eastern Standard Time. I'm not positive the stream is going to work well. We don't have a great internet connection, but I will try to stream it, and we'll see what happens. If not, we'll try to get the internet service down in the basement, upgrade it as soon as we possibly can so we can get streaming all the time so you guys can see what's going on over there as well. All right, that's it. We're going to call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Peace. Have a great day. Bye. Do stuff. Do stuff, build stuff, do stuff, build stuff, create stuff, do stuff, build stuff, do something.